I'm Random Stranger, and I bought myself a game I had no idea what it was online. The title is Nintama Rantaro. The screenshots that I could find, that were few, indicated that it was an action game, so I decided I'd give it a try. The cover art made it look like it was probably one of those crappy licensed games based on a show that nobody outside of Japan would ever care about, and the fact that the copyright's NHK also means that. I played a little bit of this before I make this video, and it is not a good game, but it's weird enough that I think it deserves to be documented. This game was released in 1995 on the Super Famicom, so pretty late in its life. And then Culture Brain proceeded to release 3 sequels to it on the Super Famicom. So, one a year, with the last one very late. Very, very late. The basic concept is that it's about the worst students in a ninja elementary school. So let's get this game started. It has a very long introductory cutscene. It does allow 2 simultaneous players. I can choose my character here. Apparently the fellow in the middle is the main character. So we're just going to pick him. And all of this opening cutscene stuff is unskippable. And it goes on a long time. Our main character here is getting set off to school. He is the titular Rantaro. You might have noticed there's no save files or anything like this. Anytime you start a new game, if you reset or turn it on, you have to sit through this. And that would be one of his best friends at the school. I think that would be Shinbei, if I've got the information correct. That would be his teacher there, Yamada-sensei. And the guy on the right's his rich friend, Kirimaru. Maybe not rich, maybe more money obsessed, I guess. I'm going to assume this really long cutscene is essentially the first episode of the television show. Alright, there's the other teacher. And now we get to go through tutorials, because, of course, it's Ninja Elementary School. At least these I can speed up the dialogue a bit on. Okay, shoot the targets. Oop, that was not a target. Okay. You've seen this kind of thing before. The game's by Culture Brain, and they've got a bit of a spotty track record, I guess is the best way of putting it. They did a lot of licensed stuff like this. They also did some good things when they were working essentially on their own, but not nearly as much. And here, as far as I can tell, I don't do anything. Oh. Well, I actually managed to fail it. How about that? Okay. Just mashing every button on the controller. I have no idea what worked. It all seemed good. And now I'm getting the climbing walls tutorial. Once I finish this, I will actually be into the proper game. You cannot climb every wall once you get into the proper game area, and it doesn't really tell you which ones you can or can't until you try. Okay. Now I go out on my ninja mission. Or no, one more tutorial. Whoops. You gotta teach me how to crawl. Okay. I like how they don't mark any of the goals, and this becomes a real issue with the actual levels, where you just walk onto a spot and that was the goal. The level's over. Except if you can't see where the goal spot is, it can cause problems. Okay. Want something? No, I don't want anything. Alright, finally into the actual game. And it's a pretty basic platformer. If you hold down the direction, you automatically run. Hitting the X button switches your weapon. You can only use the sword when you're standing on the ground. I can summon a second player, but they can't really do anything without a literal second player sitting beside me. And I'm not going to force anybody else to play this game. And actually, maybe I will if it'd be funny. So, I'm essentially doing the forest running segments of The Legend of Kage, except with no enemies in them. There's a snake. Takes multiple hits to kill enemies. I haven't seen any way to tell what your life is. I have managed to get killed by running into enemies, but feedback's not so good. If you fall down a pit in that first area, you'll actually go to a secondary map. Now you cannot climb the wall to your left. So even though it looks like you should be able to, you can't. Okay. You can't jump through the moving platforms, or at least I don't think you can jump through that one. I got pushed off to the side before, and just then... Okay, the controls are really clunky. Now these platforms are going to fall on me, but it's the shorter way up. So if I do this right... There we go. Now, if I can just... Okay. There's no power-ups that you can find as far as I can tell. That looks like a trap. Actually, let's find out what it is, because that looks like a pit. Huh. Okay. Honestly, this feels more like a bad NES game than something developed in the 16-bit era. Look at that. It couldn't push me up beyond the area, so it just forced me down. That might have been bad if I fell. I just did. And let's see, do I want to try? Yeah, let's try it. No, could not cling to the wall. So now I have to climb out of the pit. I swear this is like E.T. Okay, so we got that mole. Okay. I think I can do that if I run and jump. And we've completed the first mission. And I think I'm supposed to hit A to make the cat happy. Maybe not. Anyways, that was that stage. Time for more tutorials. Alright, now he's teaching me how to swing on beams, and this is confusing. Okay, I have to get underneath one, hit up, then hit down in the direction. You gotta do almost a rhythm with it to swing out. And I jump the wall. I guess they felt the game was not slow and clunky enough, so they had to do this. If you hit jump, you just drop. And you saw I jumped over the goal there, and it wouldn't continue on until after I'd landed on the ground. Just clunky, lazy development here. Alright. I think I'm going to fail this one. This is not easy. I can't really adjust my throw. Alright, gotta give this another try. And he seems to throw the same distance no matter how long I hold the button for. So I have to maneuver back and forth to actually get it. And your momentum is really strange in this game. You just take off like a shot after a second of walking. Can't adjust the height at all. Wow. Really, control scheme is hideous. At least I passed. Yay. Uh-oh, we lost our baseball in their yard. I guess we'll have to go get it. So are we sneaking into the girls' dorms or something? Let's see here. I have bombs. Okay, and it is a limited number of them. The swords you can swing as many times as you like, so I don't know why it has 3. But I wanted to check with the bomb to make sure it behaved. I wanted to know if the bomb behaved the same way, or if it was actually limited like it seemed, like the sword seemed like it should be. Oh no. Oops. Oh. I missed what she said there. Let's try out one of the other guys. It was Kirimaru, if I remember correctly. Oh, okay, there. He does behave differently. something at least. I wonder if I was supposed to use a particular kid. Ah, well. She's mad at me. B-Y-A... Down, up, down, left, Y. Whoops! Thought I'd try entering the code and see what happened, but it just triggered that. Okay. Let's just do it this way. We'll get myself killed. Y down, left. What the? Ah! Ah! Why would you do this to me, game? You're monstrous. I hope I just selected continue. Oh, great. I wasn't paying attention to which one was which. Okay, I think this is going to be it. Cross my fingers. Oh. Minigame. Why is... What? I'm hitting the B button to accelerate around. And just steering with left and right. And I have to tap the button repeatedly to make it go. I'm going to assume that path is a dead end. It certainly looks like one. I don't think I can squeeze through that gap, so let's try over here. I guess he's gonna... Okay, so that's the vent I did before. Let's try this. Try it again. See if I can figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh! I know what's happening. The floor is squeaking. That's what was happening there before, too. I dropped down and the floor squeaked. For once, some knowledge of Japanese castle construction came in handy. Which will be the only time in your life that my life that I'll possibly say that. There were several castles where they designed the floors with a bit of a spring to them so that they would squeak when people walked on them. The idea was that no one could then sneak around the castle. Yeah, there were some more of them there. Okay, I see how that works now. Might be too late for me, though. Yeah. Ooh, let's not do that. Okay. What the heck? No, we'll just keep going this way. Whoa! I'm gonna wrap up this video in a couple minutes because obviously I'd have to start over from the beginning to continue the game. But I think I've demonstrated it. If I decide to go on, I might make a couple more videos showing off the game just because it is so undocumented in the US. Huh. Well, my time's not good. Oh, I was supposed to write that box. Supposed to step on that? Maybe not. Ah! Crawling under arrow training helped. Okay. I have serious questions about whoever designed this elementary school. Got past the frog. Dang it, okay. Let's try that scroll I've got. Ah, that just makes me vanish. Alright, then. Dang it, I'm trying to get into the door. Stop it! Stop it! Let me in the door! Okay. I think this is a good point to wrap up.